couple minutes away from starting the presentations. I hope you all got a chance to visit the Crest website and see some presentations there, which is really a lot of what we're going to do tonight. The good news is, well, let's say there's a bad news, good news going on tonight. The bad news is that the technology could just go south on me. The technology could go south on any one of you. And that's just the world that we're living in right now. But the good news is everything we're talking about tonight is on the website. From this presentation to the teachers' strand presentations to the AP program presentation and even all of our tours. So if anything happens or you have to leave tonight, everything is there for you to look at in the future. So a couple things about tonight's meeting. It is very important that we mute our mics as we can, though I do have somebody, I have one of our Crest teachers in the audience who is my co-host. That's Mrs. Bhavna Verma. She's one of our computer science teachers, and she will be monitoring what we're doing. And if someone forgets to mute themselves, she's going to be able to do that. But it's kind of funny when people are not muted. It's amazing what you hear in the background: dogs barking, children crying, conversation, and it goes out to everyone. And that's the life that our teachers live every day. And so it's always made for some very interesting classroom experiences. So I do want to tell you that some of this presentation is live. That's me. And most of it is recorded, and you'll get to meet the principal, Mr. Dennis. You'll get to meet all the teachers, and all that is recorded. And I'm going to be kind of like a DJ tonight, just trying to go through this presentation and play these videos that everyone has put together for us. Unfortunately, we will not be able to answer live questions during the presentation. You know, generally when we do this, we have 300 to 500 people in our auditorium, and we do get to answer questions. It's pretty orderly there, but it's a very difficult thing to do online. But one of the things I did was, for those of you who are able to register in advance, I took your questions and I answered them, and I created a new page on the Crest website called Crest Frequently Asked Questions. And so we're going to highlight a couple of those tonight. At the end of the presentation, when we're in person, we send the students to Crest building, and then they go through the facility and they meet current Crest students and the teachers, and they get to go through all three of the areas. Well, we can't do that tonight, but each of the strands, bioscience, engineering, and computer science, have put together a video to show you what their classrooms and what their labs look like. So it is now 6 o'clock. For our Spanish-speaking families, there is no translation for tonight's presentation, but we are providing you with a number to call, phone number. And if you have questions about tonight's presentation, please give this phone number a call, and someone will answer your question generally within 24 hours. And I appreciate you being here tonight. So, let's get started. I'm sure most of you know that the Crest program is a Center for Research in Engineering, Science, and Technology. My name is Phil Howardell. I'm your host for tonight, as well as I'm the Crest program coordinator. And so I'll be running you through our main presentation and playing some of the videos. Now I need to stop for a second to double check that I've got the right sharing going. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. And I'm going to go back to sharing and make sure I get the, let's see, make sure I get the right thing, optimized for motion and video. Yes, we have the right thing. All right, so now we can proceed. So thank you for that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to introduce you to the principal of Paradise Valley High School, Mr. Ian Dennis.
Good evening and welcome to Paradise Valley High School. My name is Ian Dennis. I'm the principal at Paradise Valley, and I would like to thank you for joining us for our Crest program Information Night. By being here tonight, you've taken the first step in what could become an amazing high school experience. If you choose to apply and are accepted into this program, you will become a proud member of the Trojan family. You will find out tonight that the Crest program is like no other program in the state. And it's just one of the many amazing opportunities afforded to you as a student at PV. Our program offerings are as diverse as our student population, and we are very proud of both of those aspects of our school. PV is a place where everyone will find their niche, no matter what your interests are. Our vision at Paradise Valley High School is to establish a community where students want to go to school, parents want to send their children, and teachers want to teach. A school where every student feels safe, known, and cared for, and believes they have the ability to learn anything. Now, if that sounds like a school you'd like to attend, then you are in the right place. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. I look forward to meeting you all in person very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dennis. And there's one other thing I would like to say about tonight's presentation. If the text on the slides looks a little fuzzy, it's because I've optimized the presentation for videos. You can't have one without the other. But so let's move on. So Mr. Dennis talked about the vision of PV High School, and I love this, where students want to go to school, where parents want to send their children, and where teachers want to teach, where students are safe, known, and cared for. We take this very seriously here at PV High School. To go along with that, our mission is to inspire all students to develop a growth mindset by teaching skills and providing support to empower students who will create, compete, and succeed in college, career, and their personal lives. And that's what we work to every single day. A little bit about Paradise Valley High School. PV is a free comprehensive high school, very diverse student body with approximately 2,000 students, 400 of which are Crest students. We like to say big school opportunities with a small school feel. We have the full offerings in honors, AP, dual enrollment courses, just like other high schools. We have visual and performing arts, world language, career and technical education programs like Crest and manufacturing and culinary, opportunities to participate in AIA sports, clubs, professional organizations, all the things that public high schools have that make them so great. We even have online as well as traditional in-person classes. So what does CREST stand for? Well, it's the Center for Research in Engineering, Science, and Technology. We're a STEM program. It's an intensive 4-year program where students apply rigorous academic content in relevant and meaningful ways, working in collaborative groups. And the 3 programs of study we call strands are engineering, bioscience, and computer science. CREST is an attempt to solve the problem. Where will the next generation of scientists, engineers, and technical leaders come from? And notice that leaders is bolded. This is what we're trying to accomplish with our students, to train them to be leaders in their field. As you can see, our goals, more students in STEM programs, and preparing students to excel after high school. So here's a short video that was done by Steve Watson, the Maricopa County School Superintendent, and this is what his take on the CREST program is.
Hi, I'm Steve Watson, the Maricopa County School Superintendent, and today I'm at Paradise Valley High School checking out their CREST program. As a career technical education teacher myself, I'm super impressed with the CREST program. But one thing that really, I think, sets CREST apart is when you walk into a classroom, you feel like you are in that industry right here and now. These kids, they're not coming to a classroom to learn, they're coming to an industry laboratory to experiment. They're walking into an engineering lab where they're collaborating to design tomorrow's buildings. So they aren't learning about the work, they're working on the work, and they're behaving as if they were industry experts already. Let's check it out.
So students in the Crest program are involved with project-based learning right from the beginning of the program. Our first course is the STEM Collaborative, where we teach them to research, to work in groups, to solve problems, and to come up with a solution that they present to the public. So as part of the program, we're not training our students to be lab assistants, to be CAD operators, to be coders. We're teaching our kids to be STEM leaders. And our students are totally integrated in everything we do on campus. They play football, they go to basketball games, they're in student government, they're in clubs. Crest is an integral part of what we do in PV High School every day. Totally integrated in everything we do on campus.
I believe that the Crest program, and specifically Bioscience, is preparing me for the field of biology in general. I do know some kids really want to go into becoming a biotechnician, but for some people like myself, I am wanting to just go into studying biology as a major, and then more specifically go into surgery, that side of it. But there's so much that we're able to learn about biology in general that really assists us once we begin to study more in depth in college.
Okay, we're back. So what's great about that is Mr. Watson really hit what is very important about us, and with a pretty entertaining video. Okay, so now let's talk about just how we do what we do. So Crest is a problem project-based learning program. In general, kids have problems that they're going to solve. Either we give them the problem when we're first starting out, or they come up with their own problems. Our students do extensive research, and they document extensively. And we are very much preparing our students to work as professionals, and the documentation is a big part of that. They may design and complete a relevant experiment or a project. They may, then they run the experiment, they build prototypes, they test their solutions, calculate and analyze results, and then they write extensively. Our students do a lot of analysis writing, reflection. We are using all of the subjects. When you want to know why I have to learn English and why I have to learn math, well, STEM is the answer, and Crest, we really take that to the next level. Our students present their findings in public. And if you notice this young lady here, she's the same young woman who was in the video who had the Georgetown shirt. This is her. I just realized that this is in here, and this is her 9th grade STEM project. Our kids work in collaborative groups, and all along they're developing employability skills like leadership, teamwork, collaboration, on time, resume writing. We really work to educate the whole child. So what is Crest Life like? Well, it's an honors program. Our kids work hard. They stay up late at night. They work on weekends. They may be attending conferences out of town. Our kids are involved with internships that you're going to learn a little bit more about that. That's one of the parts of our program that makes us so special. They're involved with service learning, local, state, national competitions, and then they do all the stuff that other high school students do, like sports and clubs and drama and other electives. So one of the aspects of our program is the Career and Technical Student Organization. We belong to two of them. Bioscience students are involved with Hosa, which stands for Future Health Professionals, and engineering computer science students are involved with Skills USA. And these are professional organizations. They're not clubs. They are professional development organizations, much like doctors and engineers and lawyers belong to professional associations. And you can see the kinds of things that they do. Of note, in 1 year, we had a young lady in our bioscience program who was the international president of Hosa, and a young lady in the Skills Engineering, Skills USA program who was the national president. And I point these out not to brag, well, yes, to brag, but to let you know that there is no limit to what your student can do if they put in the effort, because our teachers are really going to work to help these students to get to wherever they want to go. Our kids are involved with competitions. We host the Paradise Valley School Science and Engineering Fair every year, which is a qualifier for the Arizona Science and Engineering Fair. Both Hosa and Skills USA have state and national conferences. And our students, we send students to those conferences every year. And our ninth graders are involved in this e-cyber mission. It's a virtual engineering design competition. And we seem to win this every year. And this past year, 3 of our ninth grade students were national finalists in this contest. So why are we doing this? Well, in the end, our students can do what we wanted them to do. They can apply rigorous academic content in relative and meaningful ways. They know how to work in diverse collaborative groups, and they've been developing themselves as individuals and professionals. They're prepared to succeed at the next level, whether it's college, the military, or going right to work. Our kids are well prepared to move on. They do all this and have a social life, a new group of friends, and lots of fun, because what's high school without some fun? Now, I do want to break a little bit on this. One of the things that scares a lot of ninth grade students coming to Crest is, 90% of the kids in the Crest program come from outside the PV high school enrollment boundaries. So almost everyone coming in is coming in and not knowing a lot of people in the program. But very quickly, you're thrown into situations where you will make friends and you'll be working with people. And the good news is you've got new friends and you still have your friends back in your neighborhood. So please don't let that be an issue for you. And these kids look like they're having an awful lot of fun. So now we have the presentations. This is a good time. I get to stop talking. And these are found on the website in the areas of study page. And so I'm going to play each one of these, and when it's done, I'll come back to this and I'll play the next one. And so these are the teachers telling you about what each of our 3 strands do, as well as our internship coordinator will tell you about the internship program. So let's go with this.
Good afternoon, parents. Welcome to Crest Engineering. My name is Mrs. Sutton, and I'm here with Dr. Samuel, and we're the teachers for Crest Engineering. And so we'd like to give a little presentation to you about what it is that we do here at Crest. So welcome to Crest. Crest Engineering is the Center for Research in Engineering, Science, and Technology. We have a bioscience division, a computer science division, and an engineering division. And so you're here to look about engineering. So engineering, what's engineer? An engineer is a person who's trained in and uses technological and scientific knowledge to solve practical problems. At Crest Engineering, we apply the principles of science and math to develop economical solutions to technical problems. So our kids are going to be problem solvers. We give them tasks and they have to solve problems. They are efficient, knowledgeable, genius, inventive, never give up, enterprising, exacting, and definitely resourceful. Our students are very resourceful. We have lots of equipment that we use. We do surveying. We create in the shop, and we build, and it's very hands-on for everyone to do. These are our kids hard at work. We do lots of presentations. We do surveying. We have a sequence of events or a sequence of courses that we follow through. I teach the freshmen and the juniors, and Dr. Samuel teaches the sophomores and seniors. So our first year, we do a program called Honor STEM Collaborative, and it's a project-based class, and it's all students in the Crest program. So it's a combination of bioscience students and computer science students and engineering students. And we create a project based on a problem in our community, and we follow it through from the beginning to the end. Second semester engineering students take an honors to engineering design. And in that program, we use SolidWorks to design a CAD program for 3D modeling. And it enables us to design objects and work on mechanics, and then also to 3D print as well. So that's a basic introduction to engineering design. And then in the honors civil engineering and architecture course, we use a program called Revit, which is an architectural CAD software program where we can design floor plans and create 3D models of buildings. We do a residential project, and then we also do a commercial project. So now I'm going to turn you over to Dr. Samuel, and she's going to talk to you about the sophomores and the seniors.
Hello, everyone, and I'm Dr. Samuel. I teach sophomores and seniors. For sophomores, the first semester, the students learn honors principles of engineering, and it's an introduction to the different fields of engineering, or the foundation for different fields of engineering. The students go over mechanisms. They build hands-on compound machines, find forces in structures and design it or simulate it in a software and test it. There's a bridge design software where the students build their own bridges based on the constraints, and then they let a vehicle pass by to see if the bridge is going to hold the weight. So it's all done on the computer. They also do machine control, where they would be programming robots, and also learn about projectile motion, which again, they would get to simulate it on a computer software. Digital electronics is a second semester course, and the students get to know about the fundamentals of electronics and building electronic circuits. They would use multisim to design circuits, which they can first find out if it's working correctly before they actually go on to breadboarding. They get to do a lot of soldering their circuits, and also work on Tinkercad, which is again a virtual breadboarding software. For the seniors, we offer the dual enrollment program with the University of Arizona. That's the Engineering 102, which can enable the students to get a college credit. What they learn in this course is the design of experiments. They learn about the theory of how light is changed into heat, and apply that theory in making a solar oven. So they get to actually make a cardboard box solar oven based on the theory and principles that they learn, and then get to test it out. They also work on Arduino for solar tracking, and work on a capstone project as well.
At Crest, we also do the internships and projects 1 and 2 that Ms. Glady does, and there'll be a separate video for that one while she explains it. Crest Engineering is a comprehensive, rigorous program. We have very high expectations for our students. We develop in them skills and knowledge that will help them when it comes time for them to do their college applications and to get themselves jobs with their internships and their applications that they're going to do for that as well. Engineering students are very hands-on in the Crest program. We do lots of 3D design and modeling in SolidWorks, puzzle building, automatas, motion sensors, and we have the kids design and build all kinds of fun stuff. So we go with basic design modeling with SolidWorks, and then we can create assemblies. The students have the opportunity to do the Certified SolidWorks Associates Professional Examination, which gives them a certification in SolidWorks. And a number of students do that, and they do really well in it. Kids pick up on it very well. We problem solve, which is one of our major emphasis throughout the engineering program. Take a problem, solve it multiple different ways, test it, and see whether or not your theories come true. We work on masses of collaboration because everything that we do is done in groups, and you'll see lots of pictures of the kids in the shop, working in the shop, whether they're building or designing things in a group or individually. But for the most part, it's a very collaborative type of program. It's project-based learning, and projects are what we work on. And I'm going to hand it back over to you, Miss Dr. Samuel. Here you go.
So what do Crest engineering students do? Well, they solve problems. That's what engineers do. So we train the students, we give them problems to solve, and they have fun while doing it.
Another program that we have in the engineering department at Crest program is that the kids have the opportunity to join a CTSO, which is a career and technical student organization. We use Skills USA, and Skills USA is for computer science and engineering students. And then bioscience students do a program called Hosa. It's a citizenship, leadership, employability, and technical and professional skills training. So the kids get together and they work on employability skills and technical skills. They have competitions, and they're able to compete at the regional level, the local level, the state level, and then if they do well, they can compete at the national level as well. So it's a very fun extracurricular for the students to do. They have robotics competitions, and robotics is a very big part of skills and also a big part of the engineering program as well. So STEM is messy, STEM is loud, STEM is chaotic, but it's very exciting and engaging to see. We look forward to meeting you and your families and hope that your children will apply to Crest and to come into the engineering program. So thank you for your time and have a great day.
Okay, let's try it. Let's see. Let's get out of this. Thank you, Dr. Samuel and Mrs. Sutton. And now we'll move on to computer science.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crest. We are the computer science instructors, the cool ones. I am Mrs. Verma. I have a computer science engineering degree, and I have worked in the IT industry before becoming a part of the Crest PV family.
Hi, I'm Michelle Cannon, the other computer science teacher. I've been teaching for 10 years, the first 5 of which were middle school science. I received my degree in biochemistry from the University of Arizona and later fell in love with programming and developed a passion to share it with students. In the words of Alan Kay, computer science inverts the normal. In normal science, you're given a world and your job is to find out the rules. In computer science, you give the computer the rules and it creates the world. At Crest, we develop our students to use creativity and ingenuity to develop and innovate new ideas while telling computers how to perform those tasks. As you can see, Crest Computer Science is much more than sitting behind a computer. The problem solvers of tomorrow are created in a rigorous, hands-on environment. Students learn all different modalities of computer science, from virtual and augmented reality to hands-on programming challenges with ground robots and robotic arms, to computer maintenance and builds. Girls Who Code, the Computer Science Club, and the Computer Science Honor Society are clubs that have been created by Crest CS students to complement in-class learning and helps further students' knowledge and increase diversity and equity within the CS strand. As you can see, computer science is a well-rounded, diverse group of students who are eager to learn and want to share their passion with the broader community. Our students learn the soft skills needed in the workplace as well. People often think that computer science students cannot communicate verbally. Crest students are different. We present and collaborate on a regular basis, which is what makes us stand out from the crowd. Even in a world of virtual learning, we use breakout rooms and online platforms to collaborate and present. It is computer science that is helping run this new virtual world, and we want to not only know how to use technology, but be curators of the technology. Programming is not all we do, but how we tell the computer what we want it to do. Students are introduced to many languages during their time at Crest, including 2 AP courses, APCS Principles, which is an introduction to computer science and JavaScript, APCSA, which focuses on Java, and an introduction to Python and web design. Computer science has so many different fields, languages, and modalities that the senior year, students are given the flexibility to take a course of their choosing. The senior capstone students use knowledge from their chosen course to develop a project or technology tool based on their learning and research to solve a community problem, where finally it is presented at the Crest Symposium.
Well, why should I take CS? Because we are everywhere. 70% occupations in tech are outside the information technology system. Industries such as retail, weather analysis, fashion arts, digital music, agriculture, and more employ technology in some way or other. From an academic perspective, computer science develops students' computational and critical thinking skills and shows them how to create, not simply use, new technologies. Arizona currently has 8,785 open computing jobs with over 500,000 unfilled computing jobs nationwide. Employment of computer and information technology occupations is projected to grow 13% from 2016 to 2026, faster than the average of all occupations. We need you. CS is the way more than programming. We have courses that will develop your programming as well as other hardware and software skills. We have courses on IT essentials and networking, which offer an advanced online curriculum, which is embedded with simulation tools to sharpen and hone computer troubleshooting skills and prepare students for the IT workplace. And for CompTIA A+, N+, Routing and Switching Pro, and the CCNA certifications. These courses are also offered with a dual enrollment option to grab those college credits when in high school. We teach classes that aren't limited to getting you grades, but you earn employability skills too. To support you on this path, our district offers industry certifications like the Microsoft Technology Associate or MTA. The courses are designed for the person who is just starting out in the industry, wants to enhance their current passion, is considering the possibility of changing from, say, network administration to a developer, or someone who's looking for an entry-level certification to look good on your resume. Internships, field trips, and guest speakers. Being a Crest student, you have opportunities to participate in internships that can lead to job offers after graduation, partake in relevant field trips, and hear outstanding guest speakers. We haven't stopped our guest speakers even with the online learning, and recently had virtual sessions with speakers from Google and Cisco. Computer science CTSO and clubs. Learning and fun beyond classroom. The learning and fun does not stop after school, and we have several clubs on campus that offer something for everyone. Here at Computer Science, we have our own chapter of Skills USA, which is a national career and technical student organization and helps develop your personal and leadership skills. We also have Computer Science Honor Society, Computer Science Club, and a Girls Who Code Club that you can be a part of. Please reach out to us for further details. Final thoughts. Children do not learn by doing. They learn by thinking, discussing, and reflecting on what they have done and known. That's what we do here at Crest, at PD, and at Crest Computer Science. We look forward to having you when and where you join.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to.
All right. Well, it's funny to say thank you, Mrs. Cannon and Mrs. Verma, because they're not here, but I appreciate the effort they put into that. And the next strand is bioscience. So you'll get to meet one of the bioscience teachers in this video, and you'll meet the other one in the tour video.
Hello, I'm Bioscience Instructor Michelle Laundreville, and I'd like to welcome you to the Bioscience strand in the Crest program at Paradise Valley High School. We're going to be exploring some options with the Bioscience program and help you decide whether or not the Bioscience strand is the right one for you. Oftentimes, when students want to come into the bioscience program, they're thinking about a career in primary healthcare, such as becoming a doctor or a nurse. But there are over 1,000 different types of careers associated with the bioscience strand. Everything from research to primary healthcare, as mentioned before, dentistry, veterinary medicine, sports medicine, agricultural studies, and even bioinformatics, which is a combination or blending of computer science skills and the biosciences. We even might want to think about careers in biomedical engineering or even environmental engineering. The future for all of these bioscience careers in Arizona is really quite bright. The Arizona Republic just came out with a study that says in 2021, Arizona will need 7,000 or have and produce 7,000 new bioscience jobs. And just since 2016, over 2,100 patents have been granted to Arizona bioscience inventors. In the Crest Bioscience strand, there are 5 different courses associated with the biosciences. Freshmen would take Honors Principles of Biotechnology in the spring of their freshman year, and that's the first course after they've had an opportunity to take Honors Biology in the fall. Sophomores have 2 courses that they will take, Honors Cell Biology in the fall, and then Innovations in Bioscience and Engineering in the spring semester. In the fall of your junior year, you'll actually have a free semester to explore other types of electives. And then in the spring of your junior year, you'll be back in the Crest building for Honors Genetics. And then in the fall of senior year, it's Honors Microbiology. Both genetics and microbiology have an option to enroll in a dual enrollment type of credit for the University of Arizona. Your instructors, Michelle Laundreville, that's me, and Amanda Cherry have over 30 years of teaching experience, with many of those in the biosciences. We've both also won different teaching awards, so we're highly qualified to teach biotechnology or the biosciences at Paradise Valley High School. We're also leaders in the state when it comes to helping other bioscience instructors start their programs and have the best types of quality programs available. In the bioscience courses at Crest, we do everything from learning how to make your own solutions to DNA analysis, running gels, tissue culture with plants in the sophomore year, immunology, bacteriology, epidemiology studied in your senior year with microbiology, as well as learning excellent data analysis skills and learning how to technically read and write, which are very important types of skills. The pictures here are actually from students in our laboratories. Each course is associated with a particular field trip. So whether it's to go to ASU Biodesign, to look at their biomedical engineering labs and environmental engineering labs, translational genomics, better known as TGen downtown, or the senior microbiology trip to the Scottsdale water plant, there's something special to be learned and to see within every course. We like to try to do these field trips so that students can see the relevance to what they're studying to real world types of careers and problem solving that happens right here in our very own city of Phoenix. Many of these different types of field trips will also are some of our internship partners as well. The bioscience strand is a rigorous course pathway. We prepare you for high-level work in college as well as future careers. The instructors provide lots of opportunity for enrichment and refining your skills. Every course is associated with a particular semester-long research project. Freshman year, students will study a particular career and really get to know all about that career. How do you become that particular type of specialist in that career? What type of academics do you need to study in college, high school, and what are the prospects for a career post-college? Sophomore year, students look at cellular function and structure in depth and research a human genetics-based disease. So each course has its own specific type of semester-long research project with a poster night where you get to present all of your final hard work and efforts to the public. So it's really quite fun. In senior year, all Crest courses have a capstone project. And so during the microbiology course, seniors get to do any type of project of their own choice and get to choose their partners to conduct their final research project. Those projects are entered into the Science and Engineering Fair that we hold in Paradise Valley. And we always have several students every year qualify for the State Science and Engineering Fair. So we're very proud of those accomplishments. Students also get to do other types of opportunities, like the students in this particular picture went to the Perry Initiative, which is a blend of orthopedic surgeons and biomedical engineers who present these specific opportunities for female students wanting to go in those particular careers. So these are some of our students that were lucky enough to be accepted to that very select and special type of nationwide professional development that this particular organization, the Perry Initiative, sponsors. A lot of our students have given us feedback over the years after they go off to college once they've graduated from Paradise Valley High School and the Crest Bioscience program. Some of them tell us that their college classes are even a little bit boring or easy, especially their freshman year. Some students are actually admitted into higher level classes because of the coursework that they have taken while they've been in the Crest Bioscience program. And we've even had students as early as freshman year of college be hired in labs because of the wonderful skills that they have already acquired while a high school student. We've even had some students published in scientific journals as a result of their internships or once they get into college and start working in labs at the college level. So that's pretty exciting. Soft skills are also very important. So we really work on those presentation skills. Not only do you present to the public that final night of your work, your culmination of that hard work you've done in your research project for a semester, but we do smaller presentations throughout each course. We are always working on problem-solving skills. You work with a team almost constantly, especially in the lab. And so you really have to develop strong and effective communication skills, as well as time management and conflict resolution. Students are also heavily engaged in data analysis and higher statistical analysis of the data that they actually collect and generate through the labs. Pictured here, we have students that are out at some of our community service as well. And so we often go into the public at different events and work with the public. And so students have an opportunity to have some community service, as well as gain some public speaking skills, again, working with the general public and explaining science, and especially the biosciences, to the public. Hosa, Future Health Professionals, is our career and technical student organization. We have a very active Hosa membership with about 90 students every year that attend our Hosa meetings as well as competitions. And we do encourage all bioscience to join and participate. Again, you can get experience with community service, and definitely leadership. We have a very active executive board who plan all kinds of events for our Hosa members, including guest speakers, which are always fun to come in and hear other health professionals talk to our future health professionals. We also have competitions throughout Hosa with regional, state, and even students qualifying for nationals. So the students pictured in these photos on this particular slide all qualified for nationals by placing first, second, or third in their categories and competitions at state competition. And we've even been fortunate to have students place in the top 10 nationally. When you're at a conference with 11,000 other Hosa future health professionals, that's really something to be proud of. So we hope that Crest Bioscience is for you, that you feel it will be a good fit for you. And we hope to have you as a future health professional, biomedical engineer, pharmacist, plant pathologist, whatever your heart desires. We would like to help you get there. Thank you, and welcome to Crest. Hello, I'm bioscience instructor.
And if the, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I am not muted. Okay, good. I thought I muted myself. So anyway, I'm going to, instead of talking, I'll just play this thing.
Good afternoon. My name is Beth Glady, and I am the Internship Coordinator for Crest, and I am happy to be here today to share information about our internship program. First thing I want to talk a little bit about is work-based learning and why it's important to your students, to the companies who help provide it for us, and to the school and community. When our students go in to participate in work-based learning, what it allows them to do is it helps them discern and their career choices and kind of refine those choices. We have students all the time who get exposed to new things they didn't even know were out there, new jobs. So it helps them do that. It also helps them learn soft skills, and it helps them actually know what it's like to work in the field that they're considering going into in the future. For the company standpoint, it helps them train a future workforce, obtain future workers, and it also provides an opportunity for them to be involved in the community. We have had our students go on and continue their internships, some of them throughout college, and then on into provide the stepping stones into jobs post-college. So these really can be great connections for both the company and our students. For the school, it allows us to keep a future workforce and to help start that training process for them. Schools that have work-based learning programs have statistically have higher graduation rates and higher post-secondary attendance. The types of work-based learning that we offer are career speakers, we have job shadowing experiences, and then it culminates in an internship. Our internship statistics is last year we had 100% placement, and this year seniors we had 100% placement of those who wanted an internship program. We changed the requirements somewhat this year due to COVID-19. They'll be going back to the everyone's required for this coming year. Students have been offered paid employment at the end, like I just said, of their 200 hours, and some students have been offered the opportunity to work on research projects where their names would be added to the published work. Last year, we had 71 companies provide internships to our students, and that's slightly lower this year because we had less students participating in them. Some of the things that I'll be doing with your students starting freshman year actually is I will work on resume creation with them. I will also work on cover letters and interviewing skills, workplace etiquette, and software training, such as which programs they might need to work on or develop skills in prior to applying for internships with certain businesses. I work with your students one-on-one. We have one-on-one interviews junior year to really discern where their interests lie, what they think they want to do as a career, what that will look like in college, and then how we can, what type of internship might help either support or show them that's not what they want to do, either one. Some of the things that our students do and learn in their internships is they do computer or IT support, they do CAD design work, and refining when it comes to architectural and things like that. Research, lab work, if we do product development, coding, data analysis, fundraising. We have students working for nonprofits. They do public speaking, students leading tours and different things like that, depending on where their internships are. The internships are a minimum of 200 hours. Many students exceed it and stay on with their internships, but they are a minimum of 200 hours. We are very flexible on these as far as timing. They can be started as early as second semester junior year. They can be entirely completed over the summer. You can wait and do them entirely over your senior year. They just need to be completed somewhere in that year and a half time frame. We also allow students to split those between multiple locations if they'd like, so they could do 100 hours with one place and 100 hours with another. So we're pretty flexible on that. Students have a half-day schedule their senior year, so it allows them to work half-day and still and go to school half-day. Students work an average of 3 to 4 days a week, 4 hours a day, and that's how much most of them work. So 10 to 20 hours a week. Students do not need, or the internships do not need to be program specific. So if you have a computer science student who says, I don't like programming or I don't like this, then we can help them look at what their interests might be and look at internships that might be better suited to those interests. The requirements from my standpoint are a daily time log, a weekly experience reflection about what they're doing and what they like and are learning and those types of things. And then at the end of their internship, they create a 5 to 7 minute video where describing their internship in detail so that another student who might be interested in that can see what that experience was like. One thing I want to be sure that I stress is that I do not place students in internships. It's really important to me that a student have a buy-in in this and that the internship really be beneficial to the student. So I work with students to help them discern and find a place that is of value to their educational experience and to their future goals. And then the students, it's student initiated. They will apply and submit resumes and cover letters and interviews and the whole process as if they were looking for a job. But I don't place them. We have opportunities or partnerships with both universities. We've had students with the U of A Extension Services down at their farm south of Chandler. We've had kids involved in all of these programs and in various labs. Just really varies basing on the student's interest. The engineering partners that we have, these are just a couple of them. We have them from all the disciplines. More foundation would be biomedical. So it'd be mechanical. It could be computer science. It can actually be bioscience. So we have companies that really kind of meld and merge things. Juggernaut is more mechanical. McCarthy is construction and civil. Wood Patel is civil. Variety of different disciplines. Our bioscience are across the board, from veterinarians such as North Scottsdale Animal Hospital to the Arizona Science Center, the Mayo Clinic, Hospice of the Valley. We work in there, counseling, small group settings, things like that. Our computer science partners, Paradise Valley School District, everything from networking to cybersecurity. Global Med is telemedicine. Equity Methods is more finance. 11 Trees is software development. Variety of opportunities. If you know of an opportunity or think something that you might want for your student, or that you might be able to allow another student to have an opportunity interning with, please email me or call me. I'm always happy to follow up on these or to work with you on the developing a contact if you think you have one. So please, please, please don't hesitate to contact me. I want to thank you for your time and know that you make a difference in this program. Thank you.
Okay, so we're back live. Sorry that I was doing some speaking before and I was muted. My assistant unmuted me wonderfully. So let's move on. So the next area this is not a Crest specific presentation, but I wanted to let you know that PV High School has an AP Capstone Diploma program. So Ms. Strickling, the lead counselor and the Crest counselor, has put together this presentation. So I'm going to click on this, load it up. And
the AP Capstone program is a 2-year program that is designed to teach a student how to write a master's thesis and orally defend it. Rather than teaching subject-specific content, these courses develop students' skills in research, analysis, evidence-based arguments, collaboration, writing, and presenting. Students that receive a score of 3 on the AP Seminar exam and a score of 3 on the AP Research exam become a candidate for the AP Capstone Diploma program. In addition to taking the 2 AP Capstone courses, the student must also score a 3 or higher on 4 other AP exams in order to receive the diploma. Students typically start this program in the sophomore year, which allows them to complete both classes prior to starting their senior year. Students who complete the 2-year program can earn one of 2 different AP Capstone awards, which are valued by colleges across the United States and around the world. Students who take the AP Seminar and AP Research class are considered AP Capstone Diploma candidates. If the student receives a 3 or higher on both of those exams and also receives a 3 or higher on 4 other AP exams, they will receive the AP Capstone Diploma. If the student receives a 3 or higher on both the seminar and research exams, but does not receive a 4 or higher on the other AP exams, they will receive the AP Seminar and Research Certificate. These awards are prestigious and can be a great addition to your student's college application. There are not many schools across the country that are offering this program. The benefits to participating in the AP Capstone program are that it will make your students stand out on college applications. It will help them to develop key academic skills that will be necessary in college. It will help them to become more self-confident and create independent thinkers and problem solvers. And finally, they can receive college credit for these courses. So how does the AP Capstone Diploma program fit with the Crest program? All three strands require a certain degree of AP courses. There are multiple ways for your student to take more than 4 AP courses, which will give them multiple attempts to meeting the AP Capstone requirements. In addition, the AP Capstone courses are now being offered before school, during school, and after school. This allows for our students to not have to drop any electives during the day. This is an added opportunity for students, and it is not a Crest requirement at all. If you have any questions about the AP Capstone program, please feel free to email Ms. Strickling at jstrickling@pdlearners.net. We will also be hosting an AP Capstone Information Night in January, where students and staff will share their experience in the AP Capstone program.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Salutations.
Hi. My name is Frances McQuarrie.
Caleb Dawkins.
Amanda Elliott.
I went to Lake Nona High School.
Boca Raton Community High School.
American School of Dubai.
Hong Kong International School.
My AP research topic was cultural hybridity in the Disney Pixar animation film Big Hero 6.
How the 2013 government shutdown shifted political party affiliation.
How do female candidates address gender bias in their campaign messages?
The implications of social media on the perceptions African Americans held on the police and police effectiveness.
My AP research topic explored computer science enrollment at my school and the patterns of it.
The academic mismatch theory.
Gentrification without displacement of long-term residents.
A phenomenological study of 4 transgender people in Hong Kong.
The implications of absolute and relative truth on ethical theories.
Midwifery in Afghanistan and South Sudan.
The most important thing I learned throughout the course
was to be more concise in my writing.
To not be afraid to put myself out there.
To reach out because people surprise you.
The value of pursuing something that excites you.
Not to dismiss my passions as being too unacademic or too personal.
What surprised me most about the course was definitely how fun it was.
The freedom that we have.
Sometimes you won't find the conclusion that you're looking for.
Because of this course, I'm now majoring in something that I know I love learning about and I know I'm passionate about.
Thank you, Capstone, for an awesome 2 years. This has been the most valuable course of my high school career.
Okay. So let's move on. So we're kind of getting to the end of the formal presentation. I have a couple more things I would like to cover. First of all, I think one of the big questions is, who are we looking for as a Crest student? Well, we're looking for students with a passion for STEM subjects or a career in STEM. We're looking for students who thrive in working in diverse and collaborative groups. And I really need to say we work in collaborative groups. Crest is not the place for the student who wants to work alone and doesn't like working with groups, because we mimic what happens at the university and at the work level. We're looking for students with a growth mindset that are willing to try new things, maybe fail at first or a few times, but learn from their mistakes and try again. Students who are willing to put in the time and effort to create relevant projects that could have a positive impact on the community. We're looking for students who wish to become professionals and ready to succeed. We're looking for students who want to make a change in the world. And that really does a very good job of describing the kinds of kids that come through the Crest program. I always finish up my presentations with this question to students. What do you want to accomplish in your next 4 years? And I think that students need to think about that. Are they just trying to slide through high school so they can get out? Or is there something they really want to accomplish? The PV High School staff is here to really help you accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, whether it is to become a published author, whether it is to invent something new. We're here, both at Crest and the PV staff, to help you to be what you could be. So now we're going to get to a couple of administrative things, applying to Crest. We're going to go to the website in just a moment, but so this is the process for applying to Crest. There is an application. We do look at your grades. We also have recommendations from a math or science teacher, some other teacher, and a community member, but please, not a family member. And there's an online interview. And we actually use the same interview software that the district uses when they hire new teachers. So I'm going to go to the Crest website and show you these things. So most of you have been here today. Because that's where the link came from. So you've read all this. What is Crest? Here's tonight's meeting. So the presentations. So this page, the presentation I just gave is here on the home page. The strand presentations that you got from the teachers, they're on the areas of study page. Mrs. Glady's presentation on internships on the internship page. Hopefully all that makes perfect sense. The ones you haven't seen, which I'm not going to show you, and I'm going to count on you to go look at, is the virtual tours of each strand. What does the Crest building look like? What do the classrooms look like? And that's on the tours and shadowing pages. And then hopefully a bunch of you got to look at this presentation of PV high school clubs and programs. Okay, so applications went live this afternoon. And so we come up here, we can go to the apply to Crest page. And I'm going to kind of go through this very quickly because the meeting is starting to run long, and I know that it's tough to sit for as long as we've been sitting. So here are, in a nutshell, what happens with applying to Crest. There's an online application. It's something the parent can fill out. It's mostly demographic information. The student name, where they go to school, what math they're in, addresses, phone numbers, and these kinds of things. There is a recommendation form. It's a form that's great for your teachers. So you send this link to the form to your current math or science teacher, to some other teacher, not a math and science teacher, and then a community leader, someone like a coach, a scout leader, a church official, someone you worked with on the community service project, but please no family members. There's also an online interview. There's the link to the interview. And if you find out that you do not have a webcam, because all the software is in the higher view software. If you don't have a webcam, please contact me, or maybe we can make some arrangements for you to. But I guess everyone has a Chromebook at this time, so I think most people should have a webcam. But if you need something, please give me a call. And finally, grades. Current PV school students, you do not need to do anything about your current grades. I can check them myself. If you're from outside the district, first of all, please don't ask the registrars at your schools to send me your grades, your 7th grade and 6th grade and all your test scores. What I'm really looking for is a snapshot of your current grades. So when the grading period ends, and I know that for some schools that's not going to be until November, when the grading period ends, please either scan or take a picture of those grades and email those to me. On this page, there is some tips to help you with your interview. And let's see, what else do we want to, all right, I'm going to go back to the presentation. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that in a nutshell is the application process. I got just a few more slides that we want to take care of. We've always had family tours and student shadowing in the past, but they've been suspended for obvious reasons, the COVID-19 pandemic. So please visit, as I was saying, the tours and shadowing page, and you'll see the 3 tour links to bioscience, computer science, and engineering tours. So I know I said before that we would not have a chance to take your questions live, but many of you sent me questions, and I've had lots of questions in the past. So I created last week the Crest Frequently Asked Questions page. So I'm going to take you there so you can see what it looks like. And I'm not going to go through each one because everyone can read this. There's a couple ones I want to highlight. Like the first one, probably the number one question people ask me, what factors are taken into account for acceptance? Well, it would be your grades in English, science, math, and social studies, the recommendations, and the online interview. So, and what are we looking for? We're looking for leadership experience, community service, a willingness to work in collaborative groups, and a growth mindset. We believe these are the qualities of a STEM leader. Are there requirements to apply to a Crest? Do students have to be in honor classes? There's no requirements to apply to Crest. You don't need to be in honors classes. But that being said, honors courses do a good job preparing students for the rigors of a 4-year honors and AP STEM program. We've been over the application process. So this next question is about students who are not current PV school students. Crest is open to all students regardless of residence. You do not need to be a PV school student. In fact, about 40% of Crest students are from outside the PV school district. Though I do want to say we do not provide transportation for students outside the PV high school enrollment boundaries. There's no placement test for Crest. And I put this, most of the questions are very general, but I put this specific question in. The students in geometry in 8th grade, what happens when they get to high school? Wherever you come in math is where you'll start. For this student here, they'll start in our second algebra class, which we call Algebra 3-4. I've had students come in as freshmen taking calculus, and that's fine. Students start in their program wherever their math is. This Programs of Study link, it's the answer to lots of questions. This shows you what the courses in 4 years of Crest look like. There will be no family tours or student shadows at least until January, and I will meet with the principal and the PV schools cabinet and decide if we'll be able to offer tours and shadowing after Christmas. At this point, I'm sorry, no one knows if that will happen. There was a question about the difference between Crest and Dapps. Dapps is the Digital Academy of Advanced Placement Scholars. It's a Shadow Mountain High School program. It's advanced literature and writing program. It's kids who want to study humanities at very high levels. I have a link to the Dapps program. We also have other really great programs in our district. We have the IB program at North Canyon. We have the North Valley Arts Academy at Shadow Mountain. Crest is for those students who are interested in an intensive 4-year STEM curriculum. And I get asked this a lot. Well, which should be better for my kid? Well, if your student has got a passion for a STEM career, then Crest is the place to go. And here's a link to that AP diploma program. We receive about 200 and 250 applications per year. We accept up to 50 students in each of the 3 strands.
Lena, come on, let's go.
You may only, so can I apply to more than one strand? No, you can only apply to one strand. Once accepted, you may take courses in other strands if there's room and course in your schedule. Moving down, is Crest an elective? Is it just a few hours of their day or an entire program? Crest is a career and technical education, CTE elective program. Students generally, as you saw from what the teacher said, you take 1 or 2 Crest courses each year. And to get more information on that, see the Crest program of study. Do Crest students interact with other students attending PV high school? I like to say, and it's almost the first thing I say whenever I do a family tour, Crest students are Trojans first and Cresties second. Students attend all non-Crest classes with other PVHS students. Crest students are athletes, student government leaders, mechanics, welders, club members, dancers, musicians. A lot of our kids are in band and in drama. It's just kind of amazing. Crest students do all the great things that other high school students use. PV High School offers dual enrollment, NAP, and you have your choice. We have a block schedule, 4 courses in the fall, 4 courses in the spring. What happens if a student discovers that Crest isn't for them, or the strand they're in isn't for them? Generally, after 2 weeks, you can't drop a course without penalty. But the nice thing is, because we're in a block schedule, at the end of the semester, students can make changes. They can switch strands, provided there is room in the new strand, and the student has worked to accepted standards. Students who find Crest does not work for them may drop the program, and if they're on open enrollment, they don't have to leave PV High School. I know there was some concern about internships. Yes, we are planning. We're planning on January 4th getting back to normal, and internship is still part of the program. Crest graduation requirements that you can find in the Crest programs of study. Typical courses, Crest programs of study. And finally, I get this question asked all the time. Do you have a list of college acceptance for graduating Crest students? Well, our kids are going to school all over the country. We have kids at MIT, at Berkeley, at Princeton, University of Texas, and actually we got them at Austin, but one specific one at Dallas, and anywhere else. In general, like other schools in the Valley, including the Brophy and Great Hearts and the basic schools, students tend to enroll in state universities because that's where they earn the money. That's where they get the most in scholarships. In general, Crest students are accepted to the university of first choice. And lastly, I want to bring this up. This is kind of a brag. Crest students are regularly recognized as National Merit Scholars, Flynn and Baird Scholars. Flynn and Baird are the 2 most prestigious scholarships in Arizona, and they often earn the ASU and U of A Presidential and the NAU Lumberjack. Former students earn prestigious awards such as the McDermott at the University of Texas. Our students have earned medals at current technical student organization national conferences. We have a gold and a bronze in Skills USA at their national contest. As I said before, we've had a president of both Hosa and Skills USA, and our kids have won medals at the Arizona Science and Engineering Fair. And another one that I just kind of added at the last minute, the eCyber Mission is a virtual engineering problem-solving competition that runs up to 9th grade, and our students seem to win that every year. This year, we had a regional winner and a national finalist. So that's our frequently asked questions page. If your question was not answered and you need more information, please email me. And so I'm going to, one more slide, I promise, and then I can release you to go look at the virtual tours or start filling out an application. So what are your next steps if you're interested in attending Crest? Well, watch the tours of each strand. Apply to Crest, go to the Apply to Crest page and complete the application and follow the instructions. Recommendations to a math and science teacher, another teacher, and a community leader. Grades, out of district students, send me current end of marking period grades. Current PV students, don't do a thing. I can access your grades. Complete the online interview. Let me give you a piece of advice about the online interview. Answer the questions. There are 3 written questions. There are 3 video questions. We want to get to know you. You need to write something. You need to write in complete sentences. You need to, I don't need a long essay, but we do want to know about you. When you answer the video questions, boys, comb your hair. That's all you got to do. If someone interrupts you in the middle of it, don't worry about it. If your little brother climbs up on your lap, just keep going. If something happens and you need to do it again, I've had that happen, just email me and I'll cancel your old interview and let you start again. But answer the prompt completely and talk sometime between a minute and 2 minutes. I've had 15-second answers and I've had 5-minute answers, and those don't really help you. And then in the end, wait to hear from us. We will start accepting students in mid-November. I want to wait until some of the other schools who are on the trimester, their grades come out in November. I want to give them a chance, and then we start accepting students, and then we accept students on a rolling basis. So that is the Crest Information Night presentation. I want to thank you all for coming and sitting through these long presentations. It's much more fun when we do it in person. It's much more fun when we can send the kids down to the Crest building and then the parents can ask questions, and then you get to meet the Crest parents and ask them questions. And but it is what it is. And we hope that you, if this is something your students want to do, students, if something you want to do, please apply to our program. Thank you all very much for coming. I look forward to seeing your applications. Good night, everyone.